all of our Dream Riders. We're here with Vin Navin of Allstate Fire Equipment, and he has been a part of Dream Ride with us for a couple years now. They always host our firefighter chili cook-off. So Vin, how about you say hi to everybody and just talk a little bit about your background and how you got started with us.
Good afternoon. Pleasure to be here. I've got over 48 years in firefighting, fire protection. I started with the U.S. Coast Guard, shipboard, structural, and aircraft. Retired from there after 21 years. I went to work for the State Fire Marshal's office here in Connecticut, running their certification program. I retired from there. I went to work for the town of West Hartford as a deputy fire marshal, and I just retired from there last year. And I've worked with Mike, the owner of Allstate, since his 4th year in business, and he's now in his 25th year.
Wow, so you guys have been around for quite some time. You know your stuff, which is why we love having you at Dream Ride. We have a full production, so our chili cook-off that we have at Dream Ride, as you guys know, last year we had about 19 different fire departments. So we get fire departments from all over the state of Connecticut and neighboring states, Massachusetts, Rhode Island. They come, they bring their best recipe and their best team, and they battle it out for the top 3 prizes. And last year, actually, our winners were West Stafford, and with their winnings, they were able to buy a UTV. So that just goes to show the amount of impact that the chili cook-off has, and we're able to do that thanks to Allstate Fire and some of our other sponsors. So we're very, very thankful for that. Now, Vin, tell them what the other great part of the chili cook-off that you bring is and that everyone is able to interact with.
Well, we bring a live fire training simulator. We push propane through some water, and we teach the families and the athletes and the attendees how to use a portable fire extinguisher. The flames can go from 6 inches high to 3 feet high, and people get a big kick out of being out there in front of the chili tent doing the fire simulator.
Now, the first time that you came to Dream Ride and you brought the fire simulator with you, and you had the Dream Ride athletes there and the Special Olympic athletes do it for you, what was the expressions on their faces, and how did they love it? Did they hate it? What was their initial
Most
reaction?
of them were thrilled with it. I think the fire, just the mystique of the fire coming up through the water, and the fact that they're going to shoot it with a CO2 extinguisher, and there's going to be a cloud, and the fire's going to go out. I think they look at it as a new accomplishment. So we're really glad to be there.
Absolutely, and that's something that they don't get to do every day too, so that's something that we're able to provide for them, which is amazing for us and amazing for you to be a part of. And for the chili cook-off as well, the athletes actually go and they taste the chili. Now, were you there? You were there last year with the athletes, and how was that experience with them tasting the different types of chilies?
I think they love it. I think it's a big hit. I think it amazes me to see, coming from the fire service, that one year the city of Hartford can win with 300 members, and another year a volunteer company in West Stafford can win. So the competition is really there, and the variety of the chilies are really amazing. Coming from the competition from the fire departments is fierce.
I would absolutely agree. The competition is not only fierce, but so is the chili. I had this one chili. It was so spicy. It was a green chili, but it was amazing. So the variety is just out of this world. And a lot of people who come to Dream Ride, they look forward to this event because not only, one, you get to try all the chilies and all the deliciousness of it, but you get to see the fire departments that are within your community and the people who are there to help you whenever you need help. Like, first responders are a huge part of what we do and why we do it, because we love to give back to them, because they're always out in the community helping us. So whenever we have the chance to help them, we're there for them as well. And talk a little bit about how is this an educational as well as a recreational activity for everybody who's there?
I think everybody likes interacting. It's like being under the big tent, the chili tent. A lot of the guys know each other. A lot of them don't. They back the Special Olympics. We work hand in hand. Allstate Fire Equipment works hand in hand with all the local fire departments and fire marshals' offices and fire protection, and it's just a good time.
And being in the fire world yourself for so many years, how important is it for donations to fire departments in this world that we live in now?
Oh, it's huge. The the funding for the volunteer fire departments, which most people know is mainly raised by the fire department through fundraisers. The buildings may be owned by the town, the equipment may be owned by the town, but their day-to-day operation is kind of a scratch and go. So for them to be able to come out and have fun for the day and compete for the day and go home with the checks that they do and contribute to the pot, for, like you said, for West Africa to buy an ATV. Those guys, you saw their faces the night we went with the trophy. They were ecstatic. So very important.
They were amazing. We went there and we actually tested out because we wanted to see exactly where the donations and where their winnings went to. So we tested it out and they showed us how it can pick up a patient, it can put out a brush fire, and they said time is survival basically at that point, and having that utility vehicle is so important because it cuts down the amount of time that they can respond to something. Now, for the amount of time that it takes for somebody to respond to a fire, how critical is that?
It's very critical. What a lot of people don't know is fire is doubled in size every minute. So from the time it takes you to make the emergency 911 call to your dispatcher and get that vehicle dispatched, in a volunteer case, maybe get the crews into the station and back out, it's a very critical time.
And how much for the smoke alarms and everything like that, what is the involvement of that? And if you had to tell somebody the most important thing to either put into your house or just in your life in general, what would be your main piece of advice?
Number one, everyday departments, the Red Cross, FEMA, pushing for smoke alarms in residential buildings. Rather 9-volt battery, 9-volt electric backup. The early warning to wake you up, alert you, is just the best lifesaver. You could have anything else, fire extinguishers or a sprinkler system, whatever, but the earliest warning device is a smoke alarm or a fire detection system.
That's great. And all of those are so important. And at the Dream Ride Chili Cook-Off, we also try to put that piece into it, and we try to educate as many people as we can with everybody who's there. Now, going back to Dream Ride, when was the first year that you guys were with us?
That would have been 3 years ago.
And did you have any initial reaction? Did you know what to expect? What were your thought process going into it?
No, it was really, we did a little bit of research, but we weren't expecting the amount of exotic vehicles or the number of people or polo riders coming through the middle of the field in the middle of the day, and the amusement rides and food trucks and the big food tent, the catering trailers. We were just like, here we are, a little 25-person company promoting the Fireman's Chili Contest, and all around us it was just fabulous. So yeah, we knew what to expect year two, and so.
So seeing it grow from the first year till now, you said it's pretty exponential.
Yes.
And for you personally, has Dream Ride changed your life at all, or has it changed your perspective of anything?
Well, I was always aware of the Special Olympians, but I just didn't know where all the support network came from. So it's interesting to see, the Hometown Foundation, what they're doing, military, first responders, canines, Special Olympians. It was just amazing to see that something like that actually existed. If you're in a shadow somewhere or you're not looking, you're focused on your job and your family. So it was enlightening to come out and see the support network.
And now you are a huge part of that support network, so we're very, very thankful for that. And not only have you supported us at Dream Ride, but you've supported us in many other areas. So instead of having the chili cook-off this year, because due to COVID that we're not allowed to have it, now where is your funding going towards this year?
We're going to take 10 Special Olympians out on the benefit fishing charter with their guardians for the day. And that money's going to do double duty, because what we donated to fund those Olympians fishing is going to get donated back to hometown by the captains of the vessels.
Right, and we are so excited for that event. We're so excited for your involvement. We always know that Allstate Fire is a huge supporter of us and that we can always lean on you guys for anything, and we appreciate it so much. Now, for this year, we can't have the chili cook-off, but for next year, we know it's going to be bigger and better. We're going to have more than 19 fire departments. We're going to have so many more that we didn't even know possible. Now, what would you tell a department that hasn't really heard of us yet or is thinking about doing the chili cook-off? What would your advice be about the chili cook-off at Dream Ride?
I would tell them, plan on getting involved. Google Dream Ride. Look at the photos, look at the firemen, look at the competition, come out and win some money.
Absolutely. And we'll be there, and will you have your fire extinguishing set up there as well?
Most definitely.
Awesome. So we're all looking forward to that. So Vin, thank you so much for coming out today and chatting with us. We'll miss you this year, but next year we know will be bigger and better, so we can't wait for it.
Thanks, Kaylee.